Thursday night college basketball action. This is Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. Going to head to the Atlantic Coast Conference. The Duke Blue Devils versus the Virginia Tech Hokies at Cassell Coliseum in Blacksburg. Duke has opened up as double-digit road favorites, 13.5, 13 in the betting market, while the total is held steady at 147.5. Definitely monitor any future movement by checking out SBRodds.com. When you look at Duke, they haven't lost back-to-back games the entire 2012-13 campaign. Of course, they're coming off an 83-81 setback to the Maryland Terrapins as 4-point road favorites. The story in that game, they were out-rebounded by a 40-20 margin, and they were unable to really cash in on numerous opportunities given to them by the fact that Maryland was sloppy with the basketball the entire night, but that rebounding margin was too much to overcome. They are 11-5 in their last 16 opportunities against the spread when following a straight-up loss, and really the story is Mason Plumlee in this game. Is he going to find the energy? Coach K has said that his team is basically exhausted at this point in the season. It really showed with Plumlee scoring just 4 points, a season-low 4 points, and grabbing just 3 rebounds. But he has averaged 17.5 points per game following a Blue Devils loss this year. This team is also 9-3 away from Cameron Indoor Stadium. That's straight up, either on a true road floor or on a neutral court. 6-0 straight up, 5-1 against the spread as road favorites of 12.5 or more points the last 2+ seasons. But they are just 1-5 when laying the number on a road floor during the 2012-13 season. They are, of course, 11-3 against Virginia Tech since Coach K arrived in Durham. The road team is on an 8-3-1 ATS run, and the under has cashed in 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams. Of course, we've already touched on it numerous times in previous across-the-board videos during the college basketball season, but Duke is really all about their starting five. That group accounts for 68 points per game, 87% of the team scoring. That is the top figure of the entire Division I college basketball out of all the teams in Division I college basketball. Definitely something to monitor as we get into the conference tournament and especially the NCAA tournament. They are going to be facing a foe that's lost 8 straight games, the Virginia Tech Hokies. They've been out-rebounded by 4.6 boards per game during that stretch, but they should be able to match up pretty well against Duke, given the fact that the Blue Devils have been actually out-rebounded for the entire season. Shooting guard, our senior guard, Eric Green, is really the player to watch for the home team. He leads the ACC and the nation in averaging 25.3 points per game. He's even upped that production during conference play, 26.3 against ACC foes. And he also accounts for 3 of the ACC's 8 30-point games by players this year. He was held to 16.3 points per game in scoring in 3 meetings against the Blue Devils last year, with Virginia Tech covering 2 of those games. 13-40 versus ranked opponents, the Hokies, since arriving in ACC competition in 2004-05. This team does have some solid non-conference home victories earlier in the year on its home floor. Hasn't had much success, of course, during conference play, but they did beat the likes of Iowa and Oklahoma State. And they are holding foes to 28.6% shooting from beyond the arc at home this season. Duke has really relied heavily on the 3-point shot this year, especially they may have to do so in this game due to the fact that Plumlee may be wearing down. I'm going to take the points here. I initially was looking to lay the points with the Duke Blue Devils due to their success off of a straight-up loss, but I think the points are too much here, especially given the fact that Virginia Tech was a 9.5-point home underdog against the Miami Hurricanes, a team that has shown to be the elite team in ACC play. So I am going to officially pick the Virginia Tech Hokies plus 13.5 versus the Duke Blue Devils on Thursday night. This has been another edition of Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com, and definitely check out my Twitter handle at Jeff Grant Sports for any further information on this game or any other on an action-packed Thursday night board.